Hi, I'm Colleen Moran with Compassionate Sioux Falls. Compassionate Sioux Falls is an initiative where we encourage people to act with compassion. And we also recognize those individuals, groups, and organizations who act continuously with compassion. I'm proud today to have with me Chief Brad Goodroad of Sioux Falls Fire and Rescue to tell us about what his organization does. Good morning, Chief.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, and Sioux Falls Fire Rescue, tell us about how many stations there are, for instance, in Sioux Falls.
Sure, we've got 11 stations, planning a 12th station to be open in 2021.
About how many employees do you have?
Just over 200.
And with those 200 employees, I think that most people would know that you put out fires.
Right.
But I think it's important for our community to know what your 200 employees do that is our compassion acts in our community. I know you do a number of free things for our community, and I just want the community members and whoever sees this to know what it is. So let's talk about first with maybe the elderly population in Sioux Falls. What do you do for them?
Sure. Some of the programs we have with them have to do with smoke alarms and carbon monoxide detectors. They, through the Growing Resilient program, we go to target neighborhoods and make sure that they have a smoke detector, make sure that they have a carbon monoxide detector in there, and there's no charge. We come in and put it in. And also, if they own a home and find a need, they can just contact us at Fire Prevention, and we'll schedule someone to come out and make sure that they have the proper number of smoke detectors. We'll install them for them, and there's no cost.
That's a really cool program. You do that with carbon monoxide detectors as well? Those are free?
Yes.
What about with parents? Are there certain services that you provide for parents?
Sure. One of the biggest things we do for parents is our child safety seat program. So they can stop by any station, and we'll have a technician there that can help them install their car seat. We also have on Saturday mornings at Station 3 at 37th in Minnesota at our fire headquarters. We do a car safety seat check, so they can stop in there from 9 to 11. If they do have a financial need, if they can show that financial need through the state, then we provide a car seat for them free as well.
And if I'm a parent and I'm just driving around with the car seat in my car, and I'm not sure if it's how it's supposed to be, will Sioux Falls Fire Rescue check that for me?
Yeah, absolutely. You come in, they're complicated, they're all a little bit different, so it takes someone to really, show you how to do that. And we don't just put it in, we make sure you know how to do it yourself as well. So you're the last one, as the owner of that vehicle and that car seat, to touch the car seat. So we show you how to properly do it, kind of give some education and explain some things.
And again, that's free to the community?
Yes.
And let's now talk about elementary or school-age children. Do you have some outreach and some programs that you provide to them as well?
Sure. Kindergarten through 5th grade, we catch every class in every school in the city. And we offer things on fire safety. We also try and do a little bit of a recruiting piece for a different ethnic background, people that come in and explain some things. We talk about some education on what it takes to be a firefighter and kind of show them that this is a job that they could do. The 3rd graders, every 3rd grade class in the city also has the smokehouse that comes out there. So we have a smokehouse that they come in and they learn how to hear the smoke alarm, how to make sure that they go to doors that aren't hot, how to find their way out, how to call 911, where to go. It's just a real world house that they can learn how to get out of.
If people have disabilities, for instance, if they have, they're deaf or hard of hearing, and so they wouldn't be able to hear the smoke alarm, is there something else that you can provide for them?
Sure, there's a special detector that's for them that has strobes and that type of thing. And we have access to those, and we'll make sure that if that's what they need, that's what they get.
Good enough. Thank you very much. And again, that's free of charge?
Yes.
Heroes Behind the Badges is something that I have heard about for years.
Right.
Tell us what you do for that.
Sure. For over 20 years, we've done that. It's a competition between Sioux Falls Police Department and Sioux Falls Fire Department, and it benefits the community blood bank. So we have a competition to see who can have the most donations. It usually falls kind of between Christmas and that first week in January. And so the community comes in, and we have different blood drives around the community, different businesses, and then, or they can either donate at either of the hospitals. Mm-hmm. And you make your donation for either the police department or the fire department. So then we track all those units that were given, and then in the end, there's a winner. So the good competition, friendly competition between police and fire, it comes right down to the end usually. It's always very close. It does kind of go back and forth who ends up winning that.
But
So
it
it's been
really
a fun
serves
thing.
a need in the community with all of the blood that's donated.
Absolutely. Several lives are saved. So we'll have up to 1,000 donations, which can save up to 3 lives apiece. So
Oh, wow.
it's very important. And then during that time, their supply is usually very low because you get into the holidays. By the time you get through that Thanksgiving to Christmas time frame, their supplies are low. So it just coincides with the time when they really need it, and then we can really provide those extra units.
That's great. I heard about a program that you have about comfort kits. I don't know what that is.
Sure. What we did is created these comfort kits. It has some kind of non-perishable food. It had hats. It had gloves, just some warming things, some hot packs, and we just distributed those out to all of our trucks. PD was a partner in that, so all the police units had it. Paramedics Plus was also a partner in that, and so every unit had these comfort packs. And then what the direction was is if they found somebody in need, they could just hand them out. So you're kind of targeting more of the homeless population as we come and go on calls and see that. Just anytime we see a need, we hand those out. So they have hats and gloves and some food.
That's a wonderful thing.
Yep.
And certainly serves a need in our community. I know that your organization offers CPR classes. Are those also free to the public?
Yeah, so we offer in 2017 we did almost 4,000 people
Went
taught
through
CPR.
that program?
Yeah,
Wow.
went through that program. So, we have one of our people in charge of that, and he does a lot of work with that through different businesses. People come in from the community, could come into Station 3 and do that. So he has quite a program there and quite an outreach.
That's wonderful. And I know there's so many other things you do, but lastly, let's talk about what happens in October with Sioux Falls Fire Rescue and breast cancer awareness. What do you do?
Sure, we usually partner with the hospital and then wear T-shirts and just kind of help create that awareness. With October being Breast Cancer Month, we just like to be part of that. We have T-shirts that we get from the hospitals, and then we wear them, as our duty uniform, basically for the month of October.
I have seen in October, I'm used to seeing you dressed like this, but sometimes in October you're in a pink shirt.
Right.
And just raises a little awareness, and you allow that with all of the firefighters, is that right?
Yes.
I am proud that you are part of our community and the good things that Sioux Falls Fire Rescue does. I know there's a number of other things. If people have questions about any of these programs, how can they get the information?
Sure. Through our website, you just go to the siouxfalls.org and find our department on there. All the phone numbers and everything they would need are on that to contact, and we'll make sure you get to the right place.
Thanks for all you do for our community. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
If you'd like to find out more information about Compassionate Sioux Falls or Sioux Falls Fire Rescue, you can find that information on the bottom of the screen. Thank you.